what are you looking for? What do you think are some of the most important position units, storylines, narratives in August that really need to get worked out and fixed before game one?
First and foremost, I think the linebacker play and the defensive line play is really going to be, it's going to shape up to be very competitive. I think just every position on the defense, besides maybe the safeties, because you're bringing in guys from the transfer portal, specifically at the secondary. I mean, you brought in 3 to 4 guys just in the cornerback room, that's going to shape up to, cause pressure to guys like Corey Couch, other guys as well, like Chris Graves, Jaden Harris as well. So when you bring in those guys, along with the recruiting class that you brought in, it's going to create competition. Same thing with the defensive line. I think what you saw in the spring game was a lot of the guys that we are going to rely on this football season were not playing in that spring game. So you weren't even able to get an overall feel and look at what this team is really going to be and rely on this football season, specifically in the trenches and on the offensive line. You had a few starters out in the interior in that spring game that, everyone will be healthy and back come fall camp besides Trevonte Citizen. He's the only player that's not fully healthy on the football team. And that includes a guy in Zion Nelson, who I think a lot of Hurricane fans had questions about. He will be ready to go, fully healthy as well. So when you bring in Zion Nelson and you pair him with a Matt Lee and a Javion Cohen and Jalen Rivers, and a few other guys, it's going to create competition, and it's going to allow you to create and build depth. And that's exactly what Miami needs in order to build a championship.
Brad, anything in particular that people need to know about that's featured at Kane's Insight?
No, man. Just we continue to do great stuff on the forum. As you know, CanesInsight.com. We're one of the biggest forums out there for Miami Hurricanes news. We also have great stuff on the Canes Insight YouTube channel, whether it's D Money, Peter Rees, myself, and a few other guys. We possibly will have a pretty big interview tomorrow. So stay tuned if we end up having that. Just check us out on social media as well. That's at Kane's Insight, and then also my Twitter handle as well as at Tejeda Brad. We just continue to love and do great stuff for the Miami Hurricanes fan base.
Brad, thank you so much for stopping by, getting us updated, and giving your take on fall camp. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. I thank you for having me, man. We'll be doing this more now that football season's coming up.